with the camera, considering I did it. All right.
Yay!
I don't know how it is where you are, but it's like, what is it? It is really.
It was
Uh,
29, I think. Not that long ago. It's icy though. It's very icy outside. The trees are really kind of interesting this
yeah,
morning.
I don't know. Let me take you to it.
Wait.
Right
There you go.
there.
There you go.
29. And the problem with that is I live in deep East Texas.
We're not suited for this kind of weather.
And yeah, but
Are
there,
you?
huh?
You know, we got some viewers. Maybe you can say
Oh,
you're in the snowbound.
yeah, we snowbound, all right. Look, this is you have to understand, okay? What you're seeing right now in Minnesota is awful. Okay, it's awful. And I'm so sorry. I really am. But, there's a group of well paid agitators. They're Johnny on the spot every time. And I mean, within hours, they have professionally made signs. They have offices opened up. They have yeah,
Hats,
hats,
t-shirts.
t-shirts, masks. I mean, they're there. They're well funded. They're well organized agitators. They're on the far left. They're the woke crowd, if you want. But they're, you've got to understand, this is a very small group of people. They get out there and they agitate the other people who aren't smart enough to understand that there's literally no difference between a Democrat and a Republican. They're all going to the same place. These are evil, angry people. They're unhappy with their lives, whatever. It doesn't matter. But there are good people. The vast majority of the country, the vast majority voted for this administration. Whether you like it or not, this is exactly like when I was growing up, the Vietnam War. It was always a small group of agitators, okay? It looks big because the liberal press gets out there and goes crazy on it because, it's the problem here is they're dividing the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I learned this term recently. I was reading a book. It's called the Everest fallacy. Okay. It says you only see the top of it, right? And the problem that what you're seeing is a misrepresentation of the great majority of the American people.
Yes.
Okay. The crazy people out there yelling at ICE and doing all the stuff get all the press, but there's not that many of them. Okay.
Correct.
But it makes you feel like you're in some sort of police state, and that is exactly what they're aiming at. And what happens with, like, everybody can have a social media following. They have YouTube, they have Instagram, TikTok, all the things, right? And the larger you get, the more likely it is that you can make money out of this stuff.
Absolutely.
Or some people just get feed on other people just watching what they're saying and what they're doing. And here's the problem: the more the crazier they get, the more people watch. The more you watch, the crazier they gotta get. So obviously, the people taking pictures and doing video of ice raids or whatever got the views. So they're like, oh well, we need to follow that around, and so that's what's happening. And but most American people, whether you're on the left or on the right, I think they're pretty reasonable human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. And the great fallacy here is Trump sucky suck. Okay. Look, the Democrats are notorious. What the heck was that?
Cats.
The Democrats on their side, they're notorious for giving you half of what you want with a promise to give you the rest if you keep voting for them. Okay. And it generally never happens. All right. For some reason now, politics is supercharged, and your anger and your frustration and whatever side you're on takes precedent over common sense. All right. Things you know to be true. if the Democrats wanted these ICE raids to stop, the easiest and the quickest way to do it would be with the anger in the country right now. And look, I consider myself a conservative. I am not a Republican, so to speak, and I'm not a Democrat, but I am a conservative person. But right now, if either side put a bill up onto the floor to stop this stuff and to give these people a path to citizenship, it would pass like a lightning bolt. But you don't see the Democrats coming out with a bill, putting it on the floor right now, do you? So you can't tell me any reasonable, halfway intelligent person would say there's a difference here, because neither side's trying to stop this. The fact of the matter is, I don't agree with what's happening. I don't believe my wife. Do you? No. See, she doesn't either. But armed insurrection leads to civil war, and that's where this group of people who's financing this wants to take it. I know. If you're a Democrat, you're sitting back there. No, it's in your mind. I mean, I heard this saying in a movie, right? Free, what is it?
Your mind.
No, free your ass. No, yeah, free your mind and your ass will follow. Or free your ass and your mind. No. One way or the other, right? Anyway.
Free your mind and your ass will follow.
It's lunacy. You're out there and you're all angry for no reason. And I mean, it gets to the point where you can't have a conversation with these people. How sick are you to think that if I disagree with you, violence is okay? That is the most childish thing. But, you know, everybody is, Tim Walsh called the National Guard out. What do you think the National Guard is going to do? All right? The National Guard is absolutely not going to move against the federal government. And that's what you think you're asking them to do?
It's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. But use your head, okay? No one agrees with this, and the answer is very simple. If you start calling your Congress people, if you move your little protests to Washington, and they have to walk past you every day to go to work, somebody's going to put a bill up on the Congress floor. Yeah. And then you're going to see whose fault this is. Because the one thing I can tell you for sure, everybody screams about justice until justice is being done. Right? But yeah, just guys, don't fall into this. This is the most childish thing I've seen in a long time. And I see it coming. I'm a history person. I majored in college in anthropology. Cultural anthropology was a good one. But when you see the culture behind this, but the problem is, it's like people believe what they see on TV and not what they see and know in their heart. If as soon as the liberal narrative comes out on the mainstream media, that's what people believe. Okay? Now, the truth of the matter, if you don't attack a federal agent, you won't get shot. That's the truth of the matter. It's not that the federal agent shot you to, in his mind, defending himself or not. It is just purely the fact.
What?
Oh. We'll be there. Anyway, but yeah, that's the true story here. And you want the governments to stop, right? Well, then make the government stop. Do it the right way. But you cannot attack a federal officer and expect not to get arrested or shot. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
Peace, people.
Yeah.
Anyway, God bless everybody. I think we got an issue.
I find out what that's about.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
What